Jack here, JBF Music and Guitar Lessons. So what I'm doing here is issuing a bit of a lockdown challenge, and if you're fortunate enough to not be the lockdown, feel free to join in as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking a song that I played years ago, Die To Live by Steve Vai. Now, it would have been, I was thinking about this, and it would have been like over 10 years ago that I'd learned the song. My playing's improved a lot since then. And at the time I could play it like relatively well, I think, to the best of my ability anyway. There's definitely some sections that were a bit sloppy. Some bits I definitely didn't have right, and some bits I couldn't get that consistent. I've not really played it since then, so I want to revisit it. I've been running through it from memory just now, so I've not really listened to the song or looked at tabs. So what I'm going to try and do is kind of document my progress of kind of trying to master a song that I think I had kind of close to there, but haven't played for quite a long time. Yeah, so if there are any songs that you guys have half learned or totally learned a long time ago, but we're never quite happy with them, I'd join in. This would be really good to get going. So if you do, join me here, post down links to you playing on YouTube in the comments down there, or hit me up on Instagram at JBF Guitar. So the reason I learned this specific song was for an audition when I studied music down at the Brighton Institute of Modern Music. So I decided to pick a song that I thought would be like quite technically demanding. I could kind of show that I can play, because that's what you want to do for an audition. But something that I thought I could kind of get a good grasp on. So I thought, well, I'll pick a Steve Vai song because he's like a pretty well renowned guitarist, held in high esteem. I was listening through to his anthology. At the time, my alternate picking wasn't very good at all, and a lot of those songs have like one or two fast bits, which I maybe could have hammered on, but I wanted to kind of get it as authentic as I could. And listening to it, I heard Die To Live, and I was like, okay, well that one's a nice song. It's got, what's really cool about it is it kind of does both the rhythm and the melody. You're switching between the two. If you've not heard it before, I'll put a link to it up there. I'm also going to have a busk through it at the end of this and see how I get on. But yeah, I thought that wouldn't be too technically demanding. I thought there's no particularly fast bits, I can maybe get away with this and it'll kind of show off. Little did I know how difficult this song would be in other ways. There's loads of little things in it that really help tidy up my playing. The main theme being a great example. There's this really kind of fine balance between letting the notes ring out and muting them, so you want it to kind of shimmer and sparkle without getting too sloppy. There's all these little kind of isms, and you'll find that with this song. It's like, I think I thought about learning Frank as well, until I realised the section in the middle that I thought was all bends was all whammy bar dips with harmonics, and at that point I promptly gave up on that song. Speaking of which, I have locked off my whammy bar on the guitar I'm going to be using here, so I might have to work out some slightly creative ways around how we, the sections he uses the bar for. It's mainly harmonics to get a bit of vibrato, I think, and also I think there's one or two dive bombs. Might have to use my whammy pedal or something like that. Needless to say, when I got the train down to Brighton and auditioned there, I didn't play it to the best of my ability, being somewhat nervous and having spent a good portion of the day on the train. The guy that was there, kind of the tutor for the audition, was really nice and supportive, and he seemed to think, it's quite a difficult song, so I think he let me away with quite a bit. I don't think I did a terrible job, but I was aware at the time I didn't play it that well. Although at this point I had started experimenting with using less gain as well to get a kind of clearer sound, so I was probably using a bit less gain than I could have maybe used on this song. It does make things a little bit easier. Another important factor for me was finding a song that had a pre-made backing track, as I wasn't really making backing tracks back then, so I needed to find something that I could come down and play along to a backing as well. Yeah, so like I said, there's some really cool little tricks I learned from doing this song, the tapped harmonics being one of them. But yeah, I've talked far too much. I'm just going to kind of jam into it and see what comes out. This will be pretty raw. I'm not going to put the backing on. I'm still, like I say, going from memory. I've not really looked at tabs or listened to the song to try and nail all the nuances yet. I've gone through it a few times just kind of for fun, and I can remember most of it, but not always at the same time. So yeah, let's see how that goes.
Eventually.